Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be painting a rainy day and a red umbrella. So I'm on vacation right now, so for the next couple of weeks it's just all going to be like small sketchbook paintings until I am back. This piece was pretty fun and quite simple to paint. First I sketch out the markings on the road, and then I start by painting the tar road first. So I'm using like a very dark shade of grey, almost black but not black. So the lines look a little bit uneven right now, but after we kind of like map out the colors or paint all these main parts, then we'll use a paintbrush and tidy up the lines. So once that part is done, we're going to paint the yellow lines in. This one I'm mixing yellow mid with just a little bit of orange yellow, so the orange kind of tones down the yellow a little bit. And then to tidy up the lines as well, I use a slightly thinner paintbrush in size 00. Next we want to make the road look wet, so I'm going to use my fingers for this. I find that by smudging the paint, it creates this effect so much easier and so much faster. So what I do is I use the finger and I wet it with white paint, so it's a bit more like you kind of glaze over it. And then we are just going to smudge the paint in between all these black lines and slowly add more layers of white paint. So we don't want it to be too white, but kind of just like a thin layer of white glazed over the road. What I'm going to do next is I want to add a bit of reflection. So over here I'm just using a bit of black and I create a bit of reflections, and then I add a bit of dots to the road to give it a little bit of texture like the tar road. So we're just going to add black dots, especially on the parts where it has that white glazed paint over it. So we're going to continue to add more black dots all over these spots here, and once that is done, we're going to glaze this part here, which are the yellow lines. So we're going to just use a very watery shade of grey and paint over it to give it a little bit more of a weathered look. So we want the lines to look a little bit rough, so when we paint over it, we're just like glazing and make sure it's not even, so it looks a little bit more natural and weathered that way. Next we're going to paint the sidewalk. I'm going to separate the space here. You can see I draw this bottom part here first. So on this top part here, we're going to paint it in a lighter shade of grey. I'm using coal grey for this. And right now I'm just kind of like roughly painting out the first layer. So we'll kind of touch up the second layer to paint it properly after we've done this. So at the bottom over here, I'm using the same grey, the very dark shade of grey we used for the road. Once I've separated these two and painted it, then for the second layer, I paint over it again to make the paint a little bit more even and proper. And then I'm going to blend these two parts together by using a wet paintbrush and by mixing both the colors together, and I kind of like smudge it a little bit so that the transition looks a little bit smoother and you also get a little bit more of a wet look. And speaking of that, we're going to use the same thing with the fingers again. We're going to dip it with white paint, and we're going to use our fingers to smudge this white paint again to create that watery effect. I think it's quite fun when you get to use your fingers. It just allows so much more like flexibility and also makes it a lot looser. Once that's done, we're going to separate this corner here with mouse black, and we're going to add tiles along this pathway over here into little columns, and then we're going to add a little bit of white paint onto the tiles, and also to make it a little bit more natural, we're going to blend around it to kind of round it a little bit, and then we're going to add a bit more white paint on top of these tiles. Next we're going to draw on top of this section here. I'm going to divide them into squares. So originally I was using a ruler, but it felt a little bit too restrictive and my ruler was kind of smudging everything, so I decided to just freehand most of it. But if you're a perfectionist, please use a ruler because it looks so much more tidier when the lines are straight. Once we're done with these little squares, we're going to add a bit of black, like tidy up this side here before we paint in the tactile paving. But before we go there, I want to add a bit more details on these tiles over here. So I'm using white, but very thin white, also just glazing over the surface. And for a couple of tiles, I'm going to smudge the white individually into each tile with a paintbrush. And then I'm going to use white paint, and I'm going to put a little bit of white dots in between each tile, so these will look like raindrops. Next, we're going to paint this tactile paving, and I'm going to use orange yellow mixed with just a little bit of yellow. So for this painting, it's so much easier when you draw it beforehand, so you know where to paint and you can go section by section. And for this part as well, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to weather it down a little bit by painting a bit of gray over it, just as we did for the yellow lines earlier. And while the paint is still wet, we're going to add the markings on it in orange yellow. So I'm just using the tip of the paintbrush to create these little dots on this part here. For the final part, we're going to paint the umbrella. I start by using scarlet, and I'm just going to paint most of it, and then around the edges of the umbrella I'm going to use crimson, and I mix it with a little bit of dark purple to get that really deep shade of red. So I'm going to paint that around the umbrella and kind of drag the paint out towards the middle, and also tidy the shape of the umbrella so that's a bit round. And once that is done, I am going to add the markings of the umbrella and separate it with mask black. So once I draw that little lines to kind of divide the umbrella, then I'm going to use bright red. So I usually like to use vermilion. If you don't have, then you can mix scarlet with a little bit of orange. So I start from the middle of the umbrella, then I drag the paint downwards, but I don't cover the full umbrella with it. Then I add a little bit of white on one side of the umbrella. I also do the same thing. I drag the paint downwards, and it is finished. So I hope you find this tutorial useful. This was super fun to paint, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Goodbye.